issues of life is our sense of identity. How do you know when you have lost your identity because of the issues of life? Things happened. You were betrayed, you lost a relationship, you lost your job, stuff just happened. My name is Coach Judy Mzungu Jabali. I am a Kingdom Life Coach, and my assignment is to guide you towards healing, finding your identity, and rediscovering the path to your purpose. So what are the telltale signs of a person who has lost their sense of identity? The first thing that happens is a poor self-image. You simply stop seeing yourself correctly. You start judging yourself on the basis of what had happened to you in the past. Maybe you lost a relationship. All of a sudden you start feeling like, you know what, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not beautiful. Maybe I'm not handsome. Maybe you lost a job and you start thinking, probably I'm not good enough. Is that the reason why they fired me in the first place? Or maybe you just went through a terrible life experience, maybe a rejection, a traumatic experience, and you start judging yourself on the basis of what had happened to you before. You start feeling ugly. You start feeling unworthy. You start feeling like you don't have what it takes. Because of the issue that happened, that has affected your identity with or without knowing, your image has taken a beating. And so what happens? Even as you approach life, you don't have what it takes to give your best. You're not walking straight. You're walking with a hunch because you stop believing in what it is that is inside of you. What is the other sign or the other telltale sign of the fact that you have an identity issue or that your identity has been affected? You begin to compare yourself with other people. Why do you begin to compare yourself with other people? Because you simply have lost capacity within yourself. So you're beginning to look around. Who is doing better than me? Or so that I can bring them down sometimes. Or so that I can feel like I don't even have what it takes. Or secondly, you begin to think about who is doing worse than me so that I can feel better about myself. The issue with comparing yourself with other people is that sometimes you will even fail to rise up to whatever you can be because you think other people are so much better than me, I can't do it. Or alternatively, you will suffer jealousy. You will suffer envy. And you're just not able to be comfortable in your skin. That is an issue of loss of identity. What is the third thing that happens when someone has lost their identity? You settle for much less than what you're ideally worth. So what happens when you're getting into a relationship? You can almost just accept anything or anyone because you don't see yourself for what you truly are worth. When it comes to a job, not only do you accept anything, but sometimes you can even stay in a stagnant job, a toxic relationship, because you don't think you deserve anything better than that. Or sometimes, even when it comes to friendships, you accept less than good treatment, less than respectful treatment from other people. Why? Because you don't think you deserve better. Your identity has been taken out. And this is how you are responding to the world around you. What is the other effect? Or how do you know that actually you have lost your identity? You cannot be able to see where you need to go. And that is a direct result of your mind not being able to capture who you are. So what happens? Even when opportunities are brought to you, you cannot see them. What happens? You cannot even go out and look for better opportunities, another job, maybe a good relationship, a healthy relationship, whatever. You have simply blocked yourself because your vision, capacity to see where you need to go has been taken out. What is the other effect of someone who has lost their identity? They lose their creativity and imagination. And so what happens when you lose your creativity and imagination? That's a place where you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you do the bare minimum. You're operating only on the intellectual faculty of your mind. But you don't have zeal. You don't have enthusiasm. You are not even trying to look for solutions to ordinarily what would come so easily to you. Why? Your self-image was taken out. Your identity was taken out. You have simply been reduced to operating on autopilot. By the way, all this comes because something happened in the journey of your life. You probably didn't deal with it, and it is finally catching up with you. To be able to understand what it means to get a hit, go back to my video towards recovery. Let's journey on as we begin then to understand how do we respond apart from just the telltale signs. How do we ideally respond when we have lost our self-image? Check out my next video. See you next time.